track.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slaying Hope. I got another story for y'all. A lot of people been giving me positive feedback on my last video talking about the deceptions of street life and the gang life, right? So I'm gonna give you another story just to show you the deceitfulness and the backdooring and the backstabbing of how this dude Ratatouille, he tried to get us to hit up these other four lokes. I'm saying like this, so bear with me. But before I get into the story, make sure you like, you share it, and you subscribe to my channel if you like the content. But more importantly, share, and like, that's how YouTube works, to circulate the content, and you never know who might benefit from this stuff. So anyways, one day, right, it was a gloomy night. One day we was outside, and I remember Ratatouille had a conversation with another person that was, one of the higher ups. She was a female, and they got into an argument about I don't know what. And Ratatouille proceeded to tell this woman that we were doing our own thing, which to her, it sounded like we were splitting up, right? That we were fragmenting ourselves, that we was creating our own set, which he claimed, Ratatouille claims that's not what he was trying to say. But that's how she took it. So she called the top dog, and she told the top dog that we were splitting up from the set. So that started a whole bunch of conversations and a whole bunch of arguments. And that led to another argument between this lady and the homeboy Piglet. I'm gonna call him Piglet for the sake of the story. So Piglet got into an argument with this lady, and he ended up Frank standing her, right? So she got upset, she felt violated. So what she proceeded to do was she called her baby father, which was another, homeboy in the set, right? So she calls her baby father, and she told him Piglet had just violated her. So he proceeded to say, you know what, I'm about to pull up on Piglet, So when he said that, whatever he called, I don't think he called Ratatouille, because again, we don't got these dudes' numbers. We younger, we the new dudes on the block. A lot of dudes don't know us. They don't know what's going on. So whatever. So he calls Ratatouille, I believe, and then he told him, yo, I'm pulling up. Like, what I'm saying? Like, this dude disrespecting my baby moms. I'm pulling up. So he like, all right, whatever. So he said he was gonna come up. Mind you, now her baby father and another dude in the set, they cousins. We ain't know this shit. All of this shit is information that Ratatouille is feeding us. So Ratatouille proceeds to telling us, he said, oh, he's basically giving us the rundown of what's about to happen. So he's like, yo, I ain't gonna hold y'all. He'll come, he gonna fight, he get it in, because again, he giving us the rundown because he grew up with them. We don't know them. So we teenagers. So he like, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. He'll fight, he'll scrap. This dude get it in, whatever. And then he said, but he got these three other members that are Crips, that are family members. So he mentioned the other dude that was in our set at the time, and then he mentioned two other dudes that were not part of our set, but they were Crip too. So some of y'all probably know the story. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might be able to put two and two together. But anyway, so he said, yo, if Baby Pops, I'm calling Baby Pops for the sake of the story. He said, if Baby Pops pull up with all four of his cousins, well, all three of his cousins, he said, yo, that means they got it on them. Mind you, we don't know these dudes. We only hearing what this dude is telling us, and he knows them better than we do. So we sitting there. So he's telling us out his mouth, baby dad scrap. Like, he get it on one-on-one. You ain't really got to watch him. You ain't really got to, like, he'll fight you one-on-one. But he said, but if he pull up with his three relatives, his three other cousins, two of the cousins is brothers, by the way. I'm giving y'all too much sauce. He said if he pull up with these three other cousins of his, by the way, I told you already, they Crip too. He said, if you pull up with these 3 other cousins of his, that means they got it on him. This is what they telling us. We don't know. So we like, word. So me and my thinking shit, right? Put my thinking cap on. That shit's always on. So I'm like, okay. So if we see all 3, or if we see all 4 of them, basically, that means they got it on them. So I was like, so why would we go out there and fight if they already got it on them? Like, first of all, why would they come up here to approach us with the shit on them? You know what I'm saying? That was just my train of thought. If we all Crip and 2 of us, 2 of the dudes that's supposed to be coming out in the same set like us, I'm thinking like, why would they come up here with a gun on them? Doesn't make sense to me, right? So in my mind, I'm operating like, well, if they gonna come up here with their gun, like we might as well just go out there blazing when we see all 4 of them. This is just the mindset, you know. But this dude was manipulating. He was playing chess all along, and it's crazy because I sat in prison, and these are the things that I thought about, and I was like, wow, this dude really was busting the move. I don't know if this dude read the 48 Laws of Power, but when I read the book now, it seemed like this motherfucker did. But anyway, so he goes, he tells us whatever. So I'm like, you know, so I said what I said, and then, you know, the homeboy Piglet, he was like, word, if we see all 4 of them, we might as well just go out there squeezing, fuck fighting. Because in my mind, like I also said this, I was like, why would I sit there and jeopardize, you know, saying the homeboy Piglet fighting this dude and his family around, and I'm thinking now they got it on him because that's what Ratatouille telling me. So why would I risk fighting and knowing that they brought something? And the moment you bring something, it's almost like you got the intentions of using it. I don't believe in that just in case shit. Like if you brought it to a fight, you know, with people that y'all supposed to be on the same team, you got plans on using that shit. And if you got plans on using that shit, I might as well just go out there and blame you. That was just the mindset. Anyway, so that's what I said. So we was like, yeah. So I was like, all right, fuck it. We was like, yo, we see all 4 of them. So we kind of like picked a location where we was gonna be able to see them before they seen us. And we had this mindset where we was like, yo, if we see all 4 of them, we was just going, we was asking this dude basically. We wasn't even really like, cause he know better than we do. You know what I'm saying? So we was just basically throwing it out there like, so why would we go out there and fight? You know what I'm saying? If we see all 4 of them, they probably already gonna have it on them. So we might as well just go out there blaming. Like, you know, it was almost like a question to this dude. You feel me? So he was like, word. So he basically was like, yeah, like word. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we was like, all right, whatever. But mind you, he put the battery. So we was like, all right, cool. So, because he's the one telling us if they come together, then this is what it means. So we go outside, whatever. But anyway, what ended up happening is, right before the dude was about to pull up, this is how crazy this shit is, right? So right before BD, baby daddy, pull up, Ratatouille hit us with the, yo, I gotta go. Like I can't even like, he was like, yo, something came up, I gotta go. You feel me? But y'all still do what y'all do. Y'all take care of that. You know, so he leaves, right? This is probably like one of the first times I've seen him do some shit like this. Because of course he done this other times too, right? Even when we seen the dude that clapped him, right? He did this too. He said, y'all go get that, take care of the business. I gotta go handle some business. So this is the chess games. This is the game that he was playing, right? So he basically put the battery in our back to go out there and clap these dudes that were Crip. And 2 of them was in our set. And then right before the meetup time came, he left. He went about his business. And thankfully, this dude ended up changing his mind. He didn't even come through. So we didn't even, none of that even transpired. None of it even happened. It didn't go down like you know, whatever. But the whole thing is, when I was in prison after this whole shit happened, excuse me, I sat there and I thought about all this shit. I thought about like, yo, this dude had us, he set up for us to go clap these dudes, yo. Like on some real shit. That shit would have just got us in deeper water. Like he literally put the pieces together to try to make us feel like we was being threatened by these dudes, and well, if we seen all 4 of them, that we would be in danger, so that we would go out there guns blazing, and then it would have looked like we just did it on our own because he left, he dipped, and it would have just been us, the new dudes, the young dudes that don't really know nobody, and the story would have been the same. We just wilding for respect, for stat, for whatever. They would have said whatever, right? So yeah, like the manipulation is crazy, and I know like some people gonna say shit like, oh, that was just the set you was in. They're gonna try to bypass. They're gonna try to like put their own spin on it. They're gonna try to like make it seem like my set is, or the set that I was in was unique to this bullshit and this set tripping shit and this crazy shit. But I'm telling you, man, this deceitfulness happens throughout all hoods. Like, I had so many people reach out to me and tell me, whether it was on my DMs and Instagram, whether it's in the comment section of my last video, whether it's wherever, they're telling me like, yo, bro, I had a similar situation. You see it right here in the comment section of my other video. People saying like, yo, I had the same situation, or I had a similar situation, or I had some same crazy shit happen to me with my set. This is not some shit that's peculiar to my set. It might look a little different, but a lot of these people in the streets, in the gangs, living these lives are going through the double whammy, backstabbing, like being, some people not even here to talk about it because they got killed in the process. They got backdoored and smoked in the process. So some people not even here to be able to talk about what happened to them or how they got done dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is not some shit that's just peculiar, man, to my group. Like, don't put that shit in your head to try to make yourself feel better, or keep preaching and propagating this bullshit about community revolution and progress, or to try to keep perpetrating that gang started to protect us from the police. Cause I need the receipts. I need to see this. I need to see when was the gangs doing that. I need to see when was the gangs going out there clapping police on some revolutionary shit. Cause the only people I heard was doing that shit was the Black Panthers. And I already said this in previous videos, man. Let's stop romanticizing this shit. The Panthers existed at the same time with the gangs. Like, let's stop. Let's stop. So, yeah, I need some receipts, man. But anyway, the whole point of this video is just, again, to highlight another story. And you know what's crazy? When I sat in prison, I thought about all these things. All these things happened around the same time. Or like around the time I got locked up, it was a lot of turmoil. It was a lot. It's almost like God was just showing me his signs. He just kept showing me how crooked and how wicked this dude was. You know what I'm saying? He just kept showing me, like, not just him, it was other people too that are wicked, and God just kept showing me. This life is wicked, man. Life is wicked. This is why this is why I keep telling y'all, man. I keep trying to tell y'all this shit is not what you think it is. Don't listen to the shit that these motherfuckers be trying to feed y'all. They be trying to tell you the glitz and the glamour and the brother, like, ain't none of that. I had dudes reach out to me. I had dudes that watched my video that I never met, that were part of the same set that I used to be a part of. And they was telling me I never trusted any of those dudes. These is dudes that know them, that are in the same age bracket, who are cool with these dudes, or supposedly, and they told me out of their own mouths, I never trusted them dudes. I had dudes tell me that's why I never told them where I lived, because I never trusted those dudes. So, and again, some people are gonna say it's just the set that I was in. Nah, man, it's just people with stories like this all over. They just not gonna come forth. Some people not gonna talk about it. Some people don't want to put the stories out there. Some people probably afraid of retaliation. Some people probably just don't want to admit that they was used, abused, and bamboozled. Some people just don't want to maybe seem like victims. And I'm not saying this shit from a victim standpoint, homie. Like, nah, I hope y'all don't get that. I'm just reflecting with y'all, and I'm telling y'all some of the things that I've been through. And I might not even gonna tell y'all all the other shit, because again, sometimes you don't want to, you don't want to go too far and reopen certain shit, but I'm just letting you know, man, a lot of this shit is based on manipulation. And like, of course, we was teenagers. So, and it makes sense, right? It makes sense why Ratatouille started hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Because in his mind, he probably was like, yeah, I found some young wolves. They out there doing what they doing. And his plan probably was to split up or start his own shit. I don't really know. But that's how this whole argument came about, and how he almost had us clap these dudes, and how the whole plot came about of taking off the top dogs, right? All of this shit is connected. So maybe he was trying to do that. I don't know. Some of them gonna say I'm lying, I'm making this shit up. So how the fuck I know them dudes was family? I didn't even know none of that shit. I don't know them. I didn't grow up with them. So, just telling you, man, it was a lot of deceitful shit. It was a lot of weird shit. So it kind of makes sense why they try to silence me, man. They try to throw all this dirt on my name. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Nobody wanted to hear from me. Some people was even calling me a snitch. Snitch on what? Snitch on what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is, man. You got to be very courageous to be able to talk about certain things because there's a lot of hush-hush shit. But, you know, it is what it is. And my whole thing is I'm just trying to curb some of the young people like when I was my age, because I ain't listen, man. I thought I was going to do it different. I thought I was going to do it better. I thought I was smarter. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I know a lot of y'all young dudes going to go to jail. Some of y'all old dudes going to go to jail because y'all don't listen. Because y'all think y'all smart. Y'all think y'all got it down pat. Y'all think y'all going to do it so different. And y'all going to end up in the same place. But it is what it is, man. And that's the story for y'all. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and share the content, because you never know who it might benefit. You never know who it might save from these wolves out here in the streets. And I tell y'all all the time, these grown men out here are preying on your kids. Not just your young women, because some of these dudes was doing that too. Preying on the young women. You know what I'm saying? They preying on your young boys too. On their vulnerable minds. On their undeveloped young brains. They're preying on that. So I'm always telling y'all, pay attention to your kids, man. Sometimes I know you lose control, and it is what it is. But for the most part, try to pay attention to your children. Because there's dudes out here that don't care. They don't care. And the saddest thing is that some of these dudes have kids themselves. How the fuck can you have kids yourself and manipulate other people's children to throw their life away? That's some shit I just don't understand. How can you have children yourself and manipulate other people's children to throw their life away? Shit is crazy, man. But let me just know y'all thoughts. And make sure y'all like and share it, man. I can't stress that enough. People need to hear this shit, man. People need to hear the truth. This is my truth, what happened in my situation. But there's countless other situations out there. And I think that the more we talk about our negative experiences with the gang, the more people will realize, man, the more we need to stop saying that bullshit that we started for revolution and protecting the community and doing all that shit, man. These motherfuckers don't give two fucks about the community, man. Excuse my language. Because a lot of these motherfuckers is niggas, man. And niggas gonna nig. That's just what niggas gonna do. They gonna nig. That's just what they gonna do. Niggas gonna nig. Niggas don't care about no community. To uphold certain structures in this gang shit, you have to extort the community to a certain extent. You gotta sell drugs. You gotta commit robberies. You gotta exercise violence to control your turf. You gotta do nigga destructive shit in your community to uphold gang culture. So how is this shit about the community? How was it ever about the community? Name me a time where gangs was not banging on other gangs. Name me gangs was always around. Before it was Blood Crip, it was always crews. It was always gangs. Maybe originally, right, it was some protective shit from other gangs, right? I don't know about no police. But again, man, let's stop selling these kids a dream. Let's stop telling them it's cool. Let's stop telling them it started for some positive shit. Especially these Blood and Crip shit. Like, maybe Blood, I don't even want to put no maybe out there. Because I'm telling you what the man Tukey said himself. He said, we wasn't thinking about no revolutionary shit. We ain't even talk like that. He said, we just wanted to bang. And if that's what the man said in his book, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm not going with this whole crap, this acronym and this whole other shit that people want to make up. Let's just uphold his legacy of black redemption, which is what he was trying to do before he got executed. That's what we need to push. Let's push his peace protocols. You know what I'm saying? Let's push the good shit, man. It's not, don't push the negative shit that he was trying to get away from. Don't push that. Tell people he dropped this flag at 41. Don't spin it. Don't give your own narrative. Don't say he only did it because he wanted to get off death row. Nah. I believe he really saw and felt true redemption as he sat in prison and really thought about the things that were going on, right? And thought about how this shit that he co-founded spread like wildfire. I really do think he was remorseful. I really do think he changed. I really do think he really wanted to carry out a different mission and a different purpose. I really do believe that. And for those of y'all who haven't read Blu-ray's Black Redemption by Tookie Williams, y'all should go get that, man. It's going to give you a whole nother perspective on things. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Y'all stay blessed out there. Peace.